Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to analyze uh, the new tanks, the upcoming Yoh Tanks on World of Tanks. Uh, as you see, I have here all these, but I don't have the tier 6, but the tier 6 will be probably uh, these stats, but dropped on tier 6 because let's talk about these tanks. The Tier 7 Yotech M2 Yoh. It has 240 alpha with 202 millimeters of penetration, 242 and 45 HE. Reload time is 9 seconds, so if you put it like this, you can actually I'm just calculating DPM. It's like 160,000, 1,600 DPM. So if we compare it like with one of the best or the best tier tier 7 heavy, that is of course the American Mighty T29. It has a base standard DPM higher. Armor, as you know, this beast is practically impenetrable if it goes on a cooldown. But the Yoh tank has actually this cupola, but with 10 degree of gun depression you could actually probably hide it, and that's it. Gun depression 10 degree, it's good like T29, 64 ammo capacity. The movement is much better respect T29. No, not much better, but it is quite good. A little bit faster, in my opinion. Not my opinion, it's just a little bit faster. Good ultra rare speed and ultra rare speed. Let's talk about the armor on the Yoh. Of course, hit points are the same as the T29. Sorry guys, but I keep clicking on the M4 Yoh. The all armor actually is better, even if maybe they are going to give this mini cupola, this mini machine gun like a weak point or something. And the upper part of the all it will be practically better because the T29 has 102 millimeters. So what happens with the T29? Yeah, that's it. You have like 150 millimeters of all armor, and your R basically doesn't bounce anything unless you're more than a hold down. Yes, and it's practically paper. The all on the T29. But the all on the M2U, it isn't as paper as the T29. Side armor is 67 and 51 millimeter in the back. 27 and 161. Urage 370. The T29 is 380. So they are both similar tanks. Yotech, is it good? I think it would be quite good, not as good as T29, but still a fun and enjoyable tank. Let's pass to the tier 8, and here we'll see something very strange and very particular on these tanks. This tank actually will carry two different guns. As you see, those two different guns have practically different play styles. We have the 90mm and the 105mm. Let me just bring it to the T32. That is actually another American heavy tank from. Here it is. The T32. Here it is. Uh, the 90mm. The 90mm actually has not a very good alpha. Of course, it's a 90mm, but penetration values are quite good. 223mm penetration base standard shell. It's actually quite good. Reload time 6.4, so we can, if we can actually uh, compare the DPM, so it would be 60 divided 6.4. It would be 9.37. So it practically 10 shot per shot. And the DPM is quite good on that gun. On the other gun, you can see the DPM will be, it shoots a little less, and you practically boost a similar DPM. So here, what is the thing here? Here the thing changes the accuracy, the dispersion, 0.37. Ah, it isn't very good, but to the T38, the T32 has 0.38. So you could work on that. And even VD 039, not very good. Uh, Remember here we have APCR shell based and we have AP shell. 10 degree of gun depression every single of these. Aiming time is a little bit higher on the 105. Mobility is where this tank outperforms the T29, going 15 HP per ton in the T14, the T32 goes 40.70, 35 kilometers per hour U40, and turning rates are great, are much better. 26 on the for the hull and 25 for the hull. So I'm mistaken. They are both similar. Here things changes, and I think the T32 actually packages a better armor because yeah, it has 127 millimeter of frontal armor, and this one has 178. But you can actually, sorry, but I'm quite healed. It's I think less angled respect T29. No, I'm mistaken. So this has a better armor, but the turret is much. It's a little bit worse of the because T29 has a such strong turret for tier 8. I think it is the strongest turret of all tier, and it's practically impenetrable on its tier. This turret, and that's it for the T32. And for Yo, as I say, it will be quite an enjoyable tank. Good turret armor, good frontal armor, 390 of view range. This one has 390, 400 view range. No big Kubula. And fast with two different guns to choose. It will be quite good. The tier 9 Yoh Tank. And oh boy, we have a little bit of fun here because the tier 9 is basically the tier 10 from World of Tanks Blades. And this is, of course, the tier 9 American. Uh, Here, the same, we have two different. Oh, sorry, let me see the gold penetration. Gold penetration. Here is very good penetration with gold ammo, and here it's quite not good. But yeah, guys, this package 320 alpha, so of course it is. Here we are, guys. The M6O. M6O plays with a 105 millimeter and one with a 120 millimeter. This isn't like World of Tanks Blitz that yeah you have two guns to choose, but the here guns are not autoloader. Uh, just is for a calculator just to calculate the DPM. This is base values. And Alpha on the 105, of course, it's a little bit sluggish and only 320. But armor penetration is good, honestly. 251 for 350 for 53. And the package is a DPM of, let me just multiply with 320. 2300. So quite good, but not as good as the recently buffed M103. M103 packages for 100 damage, 258 with AP, and 340 with each shells. So very, very, very good value penetration. And the 120 by the other end has practically, I think, the same DPM, and we can just calculate it here. Very similar values, but it has less accuracy, less ammo, and aims more time to actually deal more damage, and have a nice penetration value for tier 9. Speed-wise, guys, it's very similar to the M103 as all the other Yos have. They are a little bit more faster, but very similar. The and here it is what this tank becomes a beast. The survivability, the armor on the turret, particularly, it's on the shape. You can't actually penetrate here. You have to actually shoot this little weak point, but it has maybe 330, and you have actually to try to hit those cupolas that are very small. And with 1,800 hit points is good. Of course, the turret armor of Yo outperforms the turret armor of the M103 because M103 if it loads gold, it's strong too. Even the M103, it has only 8 degree of gun depression. You can actually be penetrate here, and if some no, it's very good turret though. And this is the tier 10 Yo tank on the American branch line. And oh boy, this will be a little bit different because uh, the T125 is actually not designed to be the same role as the M5U. M5U that it was the tier 10 on War of Tanks on World of Tanks Blitz. Here it is at tier 10. Here again, packaging two different guns, the 360 Alpha that penetrates a lot with normal shell, but not as much with its shells. And let's calculate the DPM a little bit, stock value. Yeah, DPM, it's good. DPM is good. And the 120 millimeter, maybe it has a little similar DPM, but let's just calculate a little bit. Okay, 140. Yeah, it has less DPM but more punchy gun, and with less penetration, of course. And if we compare the 105 actually has more penetration respect to the 258 millimeter of the T125. But if the T125 loads gold ammo, uh, of course the penetration is more on the T125. But this is a little bit unfair because T125 it is a good tank, but not a good frontline tank. This on the other hand will be a good frontline tank. Look the shape of the hull and the shape of the turret. With 356 millimeter. Speed wise, it's faster than Yo, respectively the E5. So this one, of course, would be this stupid, annoying meta with good turret armor, good guns, and good speed. And of course, the all will particularly suck. And last but not least, we have the M4 Yo, the premium version of the Tech Tree. And we have it on the game, and on the files of the game, sorry, and we can see its mighty ugliness because those tanks are particularly ugly as fuck. But I can't enjoy them, so I can't enjoy them. And of course, this has a little tumor here. The tier 9 and tier 10 don't have tumors, even the tier 8. But the tier 8 Primo, on the other hand, wants to bring this tumor and try to use it, even if it has 10 degree of gun depression. You could be still penetrated on the tumor. Talking about statistic, this tank actually has a nice DPM that you can actually buff it to 2200 DPM. And remember, the Air3U had 2200 DPM on base value. So maybe the tier 8 Tech 3 will be a little bit better of the tier 8 premium. I don't know, but they will change it. Of course, they will not bring this one on on here, bro, not broke as fuck, because I think you'll find it on the Christmas crates. Um, let's don't put anything. Sorry about that. I just wanted to see with some modules here. Penetration value are good here. The 220 millimeter, and APC are not so good. 247 millimeter reload is fine, guys, fine. Rate of fire. Remember that this tank packages 360 alpha. Accuracy and aiming time quite suck, honestly. Dispersion factors even aren't good, and shell cost it's a little bit high for a premium. And mobility. Mobility is good, as it's very similar to the Tech 3 version, but it's a little bit faster. So it has to 18, it has 15. So you can actually reach position faster. The rain resistance is good, honestly. And all armor, very similar to the 803 one, except this one has a big tumor on the turret, 1500 hit points, very good, 70 ton of weight, don't look the camo on an heavy tank. And we can see the armor here. Armor wise, yours are will be very similar to this one. I think this one has a little bit more angled frontal respect the M3AO, and you can see with AP you can't actually it's very difficult to penetrate your frontal. But as soon as you will load gold, you will notice that it will be quite good to penetrate. And let's see if someone has the Liberté that it isn't a good tank that is used. The all is completely paper. The all is completely paper unless this tank goes in a hold down position and all will not be pepper. But some tanks on the tier 8 will be able to not to penetrate it, but to actually penetrate a little bit of this zone there. Of course, the lobby is not used, but the turret is good. The turret armor, as you will see, is very good for 305 millimeter. Of course, is super high. And even if on the side, this thing has 241. This tank has a big shield that covers its frontal turret because on the inside part, this tank has 190 millimeter. If you go here, it has a little less armor. And but the shield, on the other hand, has a huge armor. It is a 260 millimeter. It is 241, and here it has 50 millimeters. So you can actually penetrate its back with a HE. If you have some good HE ammo, you could penetrate even its. This thing has a good HE ammo? No. This thing a good HE ammo? No. Let me just maybe big caliber gun. No. An ISU, maybe. ISU, yeah, ISU for example. You will penetrate here on HE with HE, but on the frontal, it will be quite tricky to penetrate because the shield covers the entire up frontal arm. And oh yeah, this is a little bit of equipment, 200 millimeters. But guys, this tank, honestly, it's good even if it has a tumor on the turret. The other part of the tank is it's very strong. Let me just I don't know if you can understand, but I go with my Burma breaker and I cannot penetrate its side armor. I just have to try to penetrate this shit. And if it angles like this, it will be quite difficult to penetrate it. And yeah, that's it. I know I could hit the cupola, but I cannot penetrate here. I can't, simply can't. It is a very nasty thing. The alarm. You can't actually overmatch him with basically any tank in the game. You cannot overmatch it. Let me just bring an example with the one in three of it bounces. Did I do? Oh no, okay, with T92 you can actually penetrate here. But of course, anti 92 will not go on on a race line to overmatch the Yotech. So, guys, if you enjoyed the video, put a like. If you don't, put a dislike. I will see you in the next video. And tell me in the comments what you think about the Yo Tanks. Bye bye.